What is going on, you guys? Hopefully you're all having a fantastic evening as we go into this Thursday night. It's currently just going on 9 p.m. Eastern time. I thought I'd jump on here, talk about a few stocks that popped off today. I was absent in the market today, but from what I heard in the chat, there was a lot of stocks that popped off, went off today, and it was pretty active. A lot of wild movers out there today. What I recently just did, I just sat down here the last 3 hours editing and uploading videos for you guys on YouTube. Let's see, I just published 2 videos and then I'm going live right now. I just put out What Happened, Steady Trade Podcast, Stocks to Trade, Tim Bowen, Tim Sykes. I put this video out, and then I also just put out a playbook play, Morning Panic Dip Buying Trading Strategies. If you're a member here, we have member only videos right here. We have a total so far 16 only member videos for you guys to get in and check out. Also, we got our classes and all kinds of chat features down here. Psychology, our playbook, study notes. So let's jump into the Thursday chat and let's look at what popped off today. We can go back to the bot chart because Rome was pulling up a lot of charts. A lot of wicked movers today. We currently just had this GT stock we were watching recently. This stock, it recently had a big gap down from 22 all the way down to low 15, 16s. And it's been creeping up to this 17 bucks. With GT, if it gets over that 17 bucks, we could make a good run up here to 20 bucks. So that's $3 upside potential. I think you should be keeping your eyes on this stock most definitely. All right, let's pull up all the hot stocks from today. We had DWAC pop off. I can type here. This DWAC, it's about to open here pretty soon. They just opened beta, I heard, for 500 people. It's the Truth platform with Donald Trump. I'm sure you've heard a lot of traders out there talk about it. Everybody and their mother has been talking about this platform. It's got good volume every day. It gives a lot of really good trading opportunities in the way it likes to rip and run. Today, it had a good run up from 84 up to that 90 bucks. And then right before the market closed, it just crumbles right back down, giving back all of its gains for the day. With DWAC, as it's approaching its opening day, I believe it's President's Day on the 21st. And just as a reminder to you guys, Monday's markets are going to be closed on Monday due to President's Day. So we're going to have a 3-day weekend after tomorrow, Friday. DWAC, everybody's been eyeing that $100. So a break of $100 in the near future, that's what everybody's going to be looking out for. This stock, it looks good on the 10-minute. It's liking to round out. A lot of rounding going on here. So let me load up my marker real quick. So we just broke out. We were holding at that $80 level. We pushed up here to 90. So if we can continue to kind of round out here and push and break up over that 95, we'll push up to that huge psychological $100. And then if we break that 100, guys, it's game on. This stock is going to skip I think this stock will skip up to 125, 150. It could really go bonkers. It really could. That daily chart is even looking really well also. Let's jump into the good stuff. ISPO. This one went nuts today. Wow. Look at this bad boy. Running from $14.50 all the way up to $105 in one trading day. This is opportunity right here at its greatest, you guys. This is life-changing moves right here. In one day, running up $90 a share. That's wild. Wild. Insane. Even right here, just after 1:30 at 34 bucks, it trended up the next 2 hours just about from 34 all the way up to 100 bucks. That's a $70 run up. Wow. Beautiful move, ISPO. Yeah, this one went insane. I'm going to add this to the watch list. So ISPO popped off. That was an insane runner. And it only had 12.6 million in volume on the day. Yeah, Louis, you know what's up, man. That DWAC, a lot of people are excited for it. They truly are. And it's going to revolutionize the social media. Because with websites like Twitter and StockTwits, Instagram, Facebook, it's all drama. And I can't tell you how many times I've gotten on Facebook and I've just seen like so many celebrity death hoax, and all it is for attention and clicks. That's all it is, to get people to click on the link. It's all revenue generated. Just admiring this move here on ISPO. This was insane. We had ISPO pop off. Then we had ANGH pop off. Look at this one. This one ran up from $12 a share to $36 a share. ANGH. And this is a newer IPO. This opened up February 4th is the date it opened. This is the 10-minute time frame here. And if you've been around in the stock market, you know that newer name IPOs have been popping off. They've been hot recently. So with all of these stocks that I'm about to pull up and look at, if they're all newer IPOs, this could have been the euphoric explosion for IPOs. This could be the grand finale for the newer IPOs, because they have been in play for a minute. They have. This is going to bring a lot of hype tomorrow, Friday. So tomorrow, it's going to be important for us to stay on top of our game, keep our emotions in check, and just patiently wait for our moment. You can't let your emotions take over and dictate your trading. That's where a lot of people screw up. They see these big moves like this, and then they come in the next day anticipating it to do exactly the same as it did yesterday, and then they blow up. What a move on ANGH. That's two stocks that went supernova today. NRGV is another one. This one ran from 10 up to a high of $14, and it's an energy stock. It's not a new name IPO, but looking up at that daily chart, I mean, even if we look at the 10-minute here, you could still get the idea. When you see something like this, there's really no price action going on, and there's no volume in the history of it. It's primed and ready for any supernova parabolic run because it's got no history of price action. There's nothing holding it back. There's no bag holders. There's nothing. So if prices start to get up and going, it's the first time in the history of the stock that it's getting volume and it's seeing price action. You can really see some explosive moves. Look at all that price action right at 10 bucks. Got up over that 10 right here, exploded up to 12.50, crashed down super hard, came right back up. And this move here, it did it on no volume, really. There was no volume at all that made that move. And then this move right here, look at that volume spike. So NRGV, that was a good run. Real fast. Real fast one. Then we had NVCT pop up. Take a look at this one. Pretty much the same thing, NRGV. Let me add these to the list. NVCT I already had on my watch list. This one went from $5.50 up to a high of 10 bucks. Some wicked wild movers, man. Yeah, and this one is a new IPO as well. This one opened up back February 4th. So that's 2 IPOs today that popped up like this and exploded. And I think it's safe to say, with all of these newer name IPOs exploding like this, that's the idea I want to run with. I think that this is the end. This is going to be the euphoric for newer IPOs. Too many people are starting to find out about this, and they're starting to pick up on, hey, recent new IPOs have been hot. And a lot of times, normally when a trend, it starts to really get hot, you start to see some wild moves, and then they end. So be prepared for newer IPOs. They're going to stop working soon. They've been going now for a month and a half. That's a long time for a trend. CPTN. This was another big mover today. Wow, this one just halted up nonstop. Right at the end of the day, right at $9, 10 bucks, all the way up to a high of $80 a share. You guys got to be careful with stocks like this. These are account killers. They look tempting because of how much they've ran up and how volatile they are. But if you get caught on the wrong side and you're holding the wrong size, it's just going to destroy you. It's not only going to destroy your account, but it's also going to destroy your confidence. So that's why if you trade something like this, just be cautious and careful. CPTN. And then also look again at that daily chart. I'll use the 10-minute as a reference. But once again, you see the theme from a couple of them, how when you look back, there's no history of price action. There's practically zero volume. I mean, you got a couple little volume spikes there, but it's nothing. But once this stock starts to up and run, and it's this thing is wild. CPTN, we had a lot of them. QNGY. This one ran from $3 up to just over $5. And again, this one was a new IPO as well. This one opened up February 9th is when it opened up. But this is just bouncing. That's all it's doing. It opened up way right here. And then it stalled out right here at $7. And from 7, it sold off all the way down to just under $3. And you see how it flatlined it here? This is where... This is a trading strategy within itself, you guys. It bottoms out like this, and then it starts to get really tight, and it's leveling out. And just over that $3, all that volume comes in from 3 up to 5. That's a good 50% bounce up from this sell-off to the lows. That's a good play. QNGY, another energy stock. I'm adding all of these to my watch list as I go along too. We had AREN pop off. This one was really fast, just up and down from 820s up to a high of 11 and then straight down. Really no chance at all on this stock. But again, this was a newer, looks like a new IPO, and they also did a 1-for-22 split back on February 9th. AREN, once again, newer IPO, reverse split. There's really no history of price action, no volume. That's why when these stocks, they start to up and go, there's just no history and no volume holding it back, no bag holders. That's why they can rip up so much. Was buy all day and missed some really good trades. ISPO was insane, totally missed out today. Yeah, it's all good though. I'm not worried about it. I had some business I had to attend to, and it took up most of my day. So I had to attend to that. Is what it is. I'll be back with you guys tomorrow. It's good to see that we had some activity today though, because it's been pretty lackluster. We have not been seeing stocks explode. This was like the first big day of the year. A month and a half into the new year. And most importantly, I mean, look at BRCC here running from 16 up to $22. And this is what I try to teach a lot of people here. And I tell you guys, it's not about trading every single day. It's not. It's just all it comes down to, just patiently waiting. If you can just patiently wait, you will know when stocks are tradable and stocks explode up and run. You'll know when it's a good to be buying. And by showing up every day, there's opportunity all around in the markets. There are. You just have to patiently wait for what history has taught you and the experiences that you have been through, and you yourself, how you've developed strategies. Keep an eye out for those strategies in the future. One day like today, all these stocks popping off could have made up for the first month and a half of the year if you've been struggling. Just like that. Markets are always going to offer opportunities. You just have to wait for them. So BRCC running. I'm going to add this one as well. Yup, ISPO. That was the first one we talked about. We're just going through right now and looking at all the other stocks that popped off. FSRD. This one was real fast. Just pop and done. Once again, newer IPO. It opened up on February 7th. And that's where I've told you guys multiple times, and we've been saying it here every single day the last month, that newer IPOs is the theme. That's where all of the plays are coming from. I mean, look at stocks like KSCP. Even though it got drilled down, this stock went on an epic run. It opened up over here way back January 27th, and it ran from 660s all the way up to a high of $27. And then after that, it faded all the way back down. And then what was another one? It was called like DCFC. This was another one. This one opened up February 7th. And as you see, it went from 650 and it ran all the way up to a high of 20. So these newer IPO stocks, they've been in play. And if you're a part of the Trading Learning 101 Discord, we've been calling this out every day the last month. We've known newer IPOs have been hot. But keep in mind, all of these newer IPOs, what have they done in the past recently? They had one good day, and then they slowly fade all the way back down to where they came from. DCFC here, see how it decayed all the way back down? KSCP, see how it decayed all the way back down? So chances are, these hot new IPOs that popped up, you guys, they're probably going to fade all the way back down. They're done. They're probably not going to continue tomorrow. And that's where it's going to trap everybody. It's going to screw a lot of people tomorrow. I'm warning you guys. Don't be focused on these stocks. They already made their move. LFLY. This one real quick pop. Once again, new name IPO just opened up February 7th. 675 to 850. So these stocks right here, the ones that had a quick pop, LFLY, these are the ones I'd be paying attention to tomorrow because they just perked up today to get on the radar. And everybody's going to have their attention on ISPO. It's done. It already made its move. And if you look back right here, see how it perked up a little bit a few days ago? And then the day before this big move, it perked up a little bit here too. Then it went on its huge, massive run. So now everybody's going to have their attention on this. And then something like this LFLY, it's a newer name IPO. It quickly perked up today and failed. And it just perked up to get it on people's radar. So watch. I'm telling you guys, keep your eye on these stocks we were just talking about. You want to think outside of the box. You don't want to be focused on what everybody else is focused on. Remember, most people lose money in the markets. So you want to think outside of the box and differently than everybody else. Even this FSRD, these stocks, I think that they just popped up to get noticed, to get on the radar. So these ones could go on big rips tomorrow. These stocks, ISPO, you gotta take a step back and realize they're so far gone from reality. It's got no business being up this high. None whatsoever. It was literally at $15 a share. Now it's valued over $105. That's bonkers. That's insane. Running up 750%. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's like times 10 its value in one day. So for short sellers, best believe a lot of short sellers are going to be waking up super early tomorrow, trying to locate shares to short this stock. It's going to be real competitive. Want to check out this FSLY. This one recently had a big sell-off. Wow. From 30 bucks all the way down to 1950s. Got drilled down all day today. So tomorrow, this one could be a nice little bouncer. I'm going to add this to the watch list. Let's see what else we have pop off today. See what the guys were talking about. Talking about ANGH. I think we already looked at this one. Yup, we looked at this one. This one went on a beautiful run too. Once again, newer name, IPO. Just perked up, got hot, and ran. From 12 bucks all the way up to 32 bucks. 12:30 to 2 o'clock. So an hour and a half, this stock ran up $20 a share. This is life-changing moves, you guys. Life-changing moves. This is why it's important to be here every single day. Keep an eye on the market and always have an open mind. Anything could happen. Because you never know. Something like this just pops up out of the blue and everybody gravitates to it, runs up $30 in a day. Even to catch just a piece of that could make your whole week. It could make your whole month. From 12 bucks up to $32. That's a $20 move right there from bottom to top. Potentially from bottom to top with just 1,000 shares, which is $12,000. You could have made $20,000. You would have almost doubled your money with 1,000 shares. But the goal is, you only want to, what my goal is, I only want a slice of the pie. Even if it's only that much out of this whole move. If I can consistently come in every day and just get a slice of the pie, focus on consistency, that it really adds up over time. So now with all of these stocks that popped up, we had about 8 different stocks that popped off and exploded today. There's one right here. Look at this one. CPTN. This is gonna trigger a lot of excitement and a lot of FOMO. Let me get out my FOMO picture. This is what's gonna happen tomorrow. A lot of people right now are pulling up all of these stocks and they're all saying, damn, I missed out on a lot of easy ass money today. I'm gonna show up tomorrow and I'm gonna be looking to make a shitload of money. So they're gonna let their emotions get the best of them. So a lot of people are probably gonna be emotionally trading tomorrow. This is where you got to separate yourself from everybody else. And you're a professional. You study and you mentally prepare yourself for these types of opportunities when they arise. You don't break under pressure. You thrive on panic and FOMO and when stocks get like this, right? This is what all that training and studying prepares you for, and showing up every day, getting in that screen time. And for me, this isn't my first rodeo, you guys. I've seen a lot of these stocks do this in the past. A lot of stocks. So the more times you see this, you stop getting googly eyes and you just accept it. It is what it is. I've seen so many of these stocks like this run in the past. Look, I got a huge list here. All of these different stocks throughout my career of epic big runners like BPTH. This was back in 2019. Look at this one. It ran from $20 a share all the way up to a high of $75. This was 3 years ago. This chart, 1 minute time frame, still happens today. Let's see here. YGMZ running from $9 to $13.75. This was day one. It went parabolic from 450 to 2050. And it's the same patterns. Morning run up halts, then you go into consolidation, and then end of day run up. We still see this happen today. Let's see, go back here. WNW, this one went from $60 a share right there all the way up in the morning. It ran up to $160 in 1 hour of trading. Look at that. Not even 45 minutes. It ran up over $100 right there. And then it got halted up at 160. And then it reopened right there at $80. So when it unhalted, it gapped down $80 a share. And then it bounced back up almost to its high. And then went sideways the rest of the day. That's why I tell you guys, take pictures and screenshots of these charts. Even the charts that pop up like this one right here. Take a snapshot of it on the 1 minute. Take a snapshot of the 10 minute. Break down every detail that you see, from the volume to the price action in the past, how much it ripped up, how big is that float, what sector is it in, what exchange is it on, did it have any news, what industry or sector is the stock in, All of these little small details count. Remember, consider yourself like a detective, like I said. You're investigating the past and you're putting together all of the clues to help tell the story. Every stock has their own story to tell. And it's up to you to put everything together to tell that story. And over time, that's how you guys are going to get faster, better. And then by seeing these moves like this, even ISPO, I bet a lot of you new people out there were blown away by seeing this. And you can't believe how much a stock like this ran up in one day. For veterans out there, we see this shit all the time. There's stocks like that run up like this. I would say we get like 3 or 4 stocks a year that run up like this. It's just all about preparing yourself, studying it, and preparing for when it happens again. And you just don't know when it's going to pop up and run again. You don't. But we've been streaming for 36 minutes. Let's see here. There was a lot of good moves today. I wanted to jump on here and try to quickly put together a list so we can go into tomorrow prepared and ready. But I think I got everything that I need. Let me go back here. There's a few stocks too, like GT we were just talking about. I'm still looking for that one to break 17. Get a good bounce on it, but it's taking forever. Then we got AFRM. This stock is still getting drilled. I know there's been a lot of eyes on this stock. This one recently sold off from 84 bucks all the way down to 52, and then it just got drilled all the way down to 42, and it looked like it was trying to level out right here, and we were watching it this week for it to level out, start to curl up, and maybe start to see a bounce on it back up to 50 and over 50 up to 60, but it just continues to get drilled down. It's not ready yet. There was another one too. What one was it? Which one was it? See, there's been a few pump and dump stocks that have been popping up. SGLY is one. This one popped up on Wednesday right here. This is a 1 minute time frame, guys. See, it popped up here on Wednesday, and then Thursday in the morning it had a quick pop, but it just couldn't continue. And then on Wednesday we also had IMTE pop off real quickly. This one was another pump and dump. Look at how quickly this thing popped. Right here, it popped and failed. And you guys, some people could look at this chart. Some people could look at this and be like, man, that's garbage. I wouldn't trade something like that. That's how you see it, man. Some people look at this and they see opportunity. I mean, I can look at this. I see opportunity in it. One, it's got range from 670s up to 750s. That's a nice $1 range. Pullback, pop, pullback, pop. Play the range on it. But that's the important part. We all see things differently, you guys. That's the important thing you got to take away from this. That's why it's hard to teach people patterns to look out for, because you're going to naturally pick up on patterns that your eyes specifically see. We all see things differently. We all pick up on patterns differently. Pattern recognition. Then the next day here, it had a huge rip. And then it pulled back and had a quick rip up there. See, even something like this, people would look at this. A lot of people, they'll say like, man, that's garbage. I wouldn't trade something like that. Someone else out there could be like, man, hell yeah, I'd trade that. Wait for it to top out. It's a nice 50% retracement pullback. And from 650, it got a good bounce right there. Up to 720s. That's a 75-cent bounce. That's my opportunity right there. That could be a pattern somebody picks up naturally all the time. That's a trading strategy they look out for. There's all types of different trading strategies and methods out there. But watch, most people are going to have their eyes on this ISPO. I'm not even going to watch it. I'll have it up and keep it in the background, but it's going to be overcrowded and it's just going to be a tug of war probably all day. Too risky. Too risky. That's how it plays out most of the time. After a stock has a good day one run and it catches everybody's attention, the next day it's hard to trade because just too many beliefs, too many opinions are in on that stock. And it's just, it's a tug of war. A lot of indecision. Garrett Summers, PHUNORGO, a few years ago. There's been a lot of epic supernova runs in the past. Yeah, PHUN ran back in October 2021. Let's look at the daily. See right here. Click on that. October 21st. It went from 89 cents day one to $2. And then the next day it gaps up to almost $8. Had a morning dip down to like 550s and then rips all the way up to $24 a share. PHUN, this used to be like a super low float stock. I remember the stock. The float was probably around like 1 million, 2 million float. And some people see today's float on it doesn't say what the float is on Street Smart Edge. But some people would look at the float at 1 million. Some people would think that's a big float. Not in the financial world. That's not a big float. Let's see what Trade Ideas has to say. See, the float went up on PHUN. The float is at 88 million now. And then ORGO. Yeah, way back. Way back when it IPO'd. Right here. You can barely see it if you look to the far left. It went from $13.50 all the way up to $310. And then it went all the way back down. And then by seeing these low float stocks, how a lot of them pump up and crash down, back to where they came from. That's when I was trying to tell everybody with AMC, you guys are all going to get trapped on this stock. Because we see it so much in small cap land. It's just human nature. It plays out over and over again. It never changes. Never. We created recently, too, a lot of custom screeners here for Street Smart Edge. We recently created a 5-day climax sell-off. We created a 50-day and a 200-day moving average squeeze. And then hot stocks today too. Hot stocks today. We created a range scan. So what? That's 5? Yeah, 5 screeners we created last Friday. Usually every day, we've been streaming every single day in the Discord. I don't stream on YouTube that much anymore, you guys. I'm sorry I haven't been streaming much on YouTube, but it's a lot to stream with OBS Studios and YouTube. And then you have Street Smart Edge up, Trade Ideas, your web browser. It's a lot of work on my desktop to have all of this stuff up and running. So I just stream every day in the Discord. That's where I've been streaming, right here. The Recap Lessons voice channel. I'll share my screen and it'll be live real time. And we'll hang out all day or all morning. Look out for hot stocks. Look at the stocks that ran. Should be an interesting day tomorrow. I'll be live in the Discord, as always, come tomorrow. And then keep in mind, guys, markets are closed Monday, so we will have a 3-day weekend. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Markets will be closed February 21st in observance of President's Day. I got the message right here from Charles Schwab. So just a reminder to you guys. So yeah, a lot of stocks back in the day popped off. Who remembers when the dry ships, DCIX, Tops, all those stocks exploded? All the shipping stocks, shipping container stocks. Those went insane. We've seen a lot of cycles come and go. I remember when back when the this is old, back when the Ferguson shooting happened and they started coming out with body cams for the cops. All of those body cams stocks started exploding and taking off. What else was there? There was Bitcoin boom. When all of these companies, all they had to do was put out Bitcoin or blockchain in their press release, and the stocks would just explode. The market's very, very trendy. There's always going to be a trend going on, and recently the trend has been newer IPOs, newer name IPOs. They've been hot the last month and a half. So I personally think, though, they're coming to an end. They're getting that euphoric explosion. And then some new trend's going to pop up. But I'm going to get going, you guys. It's already going on 10 p.m. here. Got to get rested for tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, hanging out. I'll catch you guys in the morning. If you guys want to join the Trading Learning 101 Discord, just follow the link in the video description below. Go to the start here, go to the welcome. If you click the start here, it drops down a list of sub-channels right here, all in green. Go to the welcome. There's tutorial videos in here for you. Scroll up to the top.